Hey team, what's up? In 2 minutes, we're gonna get started here today with today's episode about money beliefs. And I'm just gonna be sharing with you guys lessons I've had, lessons I've seen in my students and a lot of the people that come our way looking for help. And just talking about this money stuff, which can be a little bit taboo. But if you're seeing the title of this and you in your heart of hearts know that maybe money isn't where you're wanting it, I think you're in the right place. So say what's up, drop where you're coming to us from in the world. Would love to say hi and shout you out. It's an absolutely gorgeous day here in Arizona. We're in this like 21-day period where the weather is just absolutely gorgeous, where you kind of might need the heater at night, but the AC during the day. I run hot, so AC stays on at night right now. But man, just waking up a little earlier and earlier, chasing the sun, seeing a sunset is amazing in Arizona if you've never seen one, but a sunrise, that is a true blessing. I even been doing a little bit of my workout outside at the gym. They have this like outside area, and gosh, it's been phenomenal. But I want to know from you, like, how have things been on your side? Whether you're catching this little opening part in the replay or here live. Let me know where you're watching this from. Let me know how your week has been. Hope it's been prosperous and profitable. And I hope everything's just been going smooth. If you have a coffee, take a swig. Here's to you. First one of the day. It wasn't the whole thing. That's a Trenta, but that was not the whole thing. A little leftover from yesterday. It's part of my coffee game. I feel like the echo's been a lot better. I've disassembled the couch and the dog's beds, and it's all across this room right now. So it keeps the sound down. All right, team, let's hop in. Let's bring this to life, and let's make it happen. Hey, what's going on, guys? Jeremy from whatupjeremy.com back with another episode of Client by Client. In today's episode, I'm going to be sharing with you what to do if money's been a little hard to come your way. Maybe you're going through a little bit of a dry spell. Maybe money has never been where you're wanting it in life, or maybe money has gone great for you up until this online coaching stuff or some sort of life event. I'm going to be sharing with you 3 specific beliefs that you might have internalized along your journey, might have been handed down from your parents, might have happened because of some circumstance or situation that you're experiencing in your business or your life that you've never navigated before. And I'm going to share with you what to do, what to think, and almost how to feel, how to act in this third dimension so that you can start attracting the situations and circumstances where the money is coming your way. So this is all about money beliefs you need to replace if attracting it has been a little bit difficult. In the last episode, I handed you my best conversation starting tactics so that you can have more leads and more warm prospects coming your way each and every day. And so what I did is I share with you basically what to do in order to start conversations. And I broke down this idea of conversations in the first place because so many of you that I talk to are skipping stages in your pipeline and are not having a crafted pathway that includes a conversational layer. So if you're expecting that people just go to the link in your bio and book a call with you and buy, but that's not happening, and you're posting content every day and clients still aren't signing up, this might just be the piece of your business that you've been missing or one of them. And so I implore you to go watch yesterday's episode, go listen to yesterday's episode so that you can understand how this works and you can implement it and you can get my best resources for bringing this to life and making this happen. Always appreciate the loves and likes on Facebook for those, or on social here for those who are watching here live. So let's talk about what happens if you don't get today's episode right. If you don't take this advice to heart and actually go and implement on it and bring it to life in your business and in your life. The first thing that happens is that you will not feel worthy. Yeah. Is that right now you might have a lack of worthiness when it comes to money. You might have a life that's far more blessed when you compare it to others, and that might be starting to weigh down on you in some way. You might have some entitlement, and the opposite of the entitlement is lacking the worthiness, and that pendulum swings and it swings hard. For a lot of you guys, you came into coaching off of a lot of success in your previous career, in your corporate or your 9 to 5, and you got into coaching and things weren't as smooth. There weren't the promotions there, the big pay bumps. There wasn't an environment to exist in that you could accelerate in because you're in charge of all of that now as a solopreneur and as an online coach when you're getting started. And so the first thing that happens is that you will not feel worthy, and that lack of worthiness will lead to self-sabotage. That will lead to you basically creating a pattern of behaviors in your life that keep you stuck there. The second thing that happens is that your money stays the same. And when your money stays the same, you'll begin to question, should you actually be a coach? Should you even be doing this? Why did I leave my job? What did I change that stopped working now in my online business? And you're going to be trying and soul searching and identifying for it. And when in fact, it's probably just one of these beliefs or one of these, some dogma left from people of the past that no longer suits you, no longer fits the direction that you're headed in. And we need to just shed it, get rid of it. And we need to replace these beliefs, these feelings with something far more productive. So I want to get you to a place of feeling worthy if I had it my way. And I want you to be in a place, because I think this will solve everything, where your money is going upwards and you have an optimistic sense that more clients are coming your way, because this is going to change the very fabric of your being. And when that happens, that's when your vibe actually changes, that frequency, that channel that you're on. And then you are capable of so much more. You have more room in your cup to fill up. And if you know what to do to keep it full, you can stay in a reality where that continues to be a constant piece of it, where that begins to just be a part of the image of the life that you are living and the life that you're continuously headed into. So let's talk about these 3 things that we need to do in order to replace these beliefs and get you to a better place when it comes to how you're thinking and how you're feeling about your money. The first thing that you need to understand is that if attracting resources has been hard, this is going to come down to singular seeds of thought that turns into feelings. Those feelings turn into action. The action turns into results. That's the upward spiral, but it works the opposite way as well on the way down as far as validation. You get a result, and that result makes you take a sort of action, and that action leads to some sort of belief, and that belief changes that core thought. This is some Tony Robbins stuff, right? This is where I at least heard this 10, 15 years ago and started to understand, okay, yeah, wow, when something's going really good and I'm on the upward spiral, I'm unstoppable. But when something happens, a hiccup, a result that I wasn't liking, then that spiral, if not in control, if no awareness is there, can also go down. And so a lot of people are in a state of wanting more money. If that's you, say just wherever you're at right now, just give yourself I want more money. But the reality is that the frequency you're sending out, we're getting into what you might think sounds spiritual or woo-woo, what I think and have come to know as quantum physics. When you are in the state of wanting, what you are broadcasting is that you are lacking something, because you only want something that's no longer there. In fact, if you're wanting something that is there right now, you're also putting yourself in a state of lack. This is the best way for the resources and the opportunities you have to also go the way of the wind and to no longer be a part of your reality. And so if you are wanting more money, we're already starting off on the wrong foot. And when you want something, it only delays you actually getting or attaining that thing. We talked in episode, I believe it was 4, about the rule of the jungle. It was episode 4, episode 5. It was episode 5, where I was sharing with you guys how to stop chasing your prospects and what to do instead so that they actually start chasing you. It's the idea that when you run after something, it's going to run away from you. Here's a different analogy that I have taken from and internalized from the book Reality Transurfing. In Reality Transurfing, Vadim Zeland uses the idea or the analogy that your goal is similar to that of a beach ball floating in like a body of water. And so what happens if you see your beach ball, your goal, and you jump excitedly into that body of water, imagine like a pool in your backyard or your childhood pool, whatever that memory brings back to you, and you start just beaming as fast as you can towards that beach ball. And you're swimming, so you're paddling, there's kind of water going everywhere. What happens? That ripple, that splashing, that all of that unnecessariness to get the beach ball, that excitement causes that beach ball to go further out from you. In fact, you could approach that beach ball as slow as you humanly could, and it will still bob ever so slightly and move just a tiny bit away from you. But when you're calm and you approach that ball as slow as you can and you compensate for that ball still bobbing a little bit, moving away, you can very easily, calmly get your arms around it and possess that ball, possess that goal. And this is why, guys, for some people in your life that you know, things just come easier to them. And experience in order to believe, in order to understand what I'm saying. And right now, if you're not saving and maybe you feel like you're not even spending all that much, well, you have to look closer at your expenses and you got to figure out where you can cut from. We got to stop eating out. We might have to stop going to the Starbucks every day just to live life a little harder so that life gets easier as you go. Making small sacrifices of instant gratification right now for the long term. Hard concept, especially for us American and Canadian citizens where we're keeping up with the Joneses, where even when it comes to your coaching business, you need your coaching business to look like all the big box coaches when your advantage is that you aren't a big box coach. But you spend all of this money, time, and energy investing in your business with a bunch of things that you don't need. So you go and buy high-end equipment before you need it. You go and buy all the microphones before you have the podcast. You buy all the lights, and so your whole business and everything, all your kit looks really good, but your bank account looks nowhere close to it. That's why, guys, I pound on the drum of simplicity for all of my students and for you guys, all in my community, because simplicity is how you keep the recurring services down so you keep more money at the end of the day. And a lot of you guys get into this mode with personal and business where you have to live a certain kind of lifestyle and your business has a kind of lifestyle about it that far exceeds the money coming in, or you're never able to experience what happens and the good side of having a business and being in charge of your own income, because so much of it is already spoken for before new revenue comes in. So we got to stop holding on to every penny, and 10% is a safe spot to start at. And if you're not doing that right now, that's what I'm prescribing for you to do. Go right now and look at the last transaction that came into your account. Go look at your last deposit, take 10% of that, put that in your savings. Put that aside, don't touch it. Get that to another account that's outside of your normal ones you're checking every day so that you're not seeing it. And when you go into saving and you're saving more than that 10%, and you're saving every penny and you're not investing it into your best investment, which is yourself, this is where you're also going to create lack. So if let's say you're saving 10% already, and now you're looking at, okay, what do I do with this leftover money, assuming that your lifestyle and your business lifestyle are low enough where you have leftover money? What you have to start looking at, if you aren't already, which I'd be shocked if you're listening to this and not doing this already, is you have to start investing in yourself. That's where it becomes time to find the right coach, find the right community, find the right program, and plug yourself in so that saving becomes easier and not as hard on you. And so that when you invest, that's all coming back to you. So you walk away with more tactics, more strategies, more skill sets to make yourself better and more valuable to the marketplace. So if you're saving every penny, you're overdoing it, you're putting yourself in that lack mode. 10% is just fine. We need to get to 10% if you're not there already. I'm really speaking to a large gamut of coaches in this part, but it's important that we cover these so that you know exactly what to do and when to do it when it comes to replacing these beliefs and having better beliefs and feelings about money so that you can attract more of it. Thing number 3 that we need to stop doing and replace beliefs around is a concept I call thinking with or selling with your wallet. It's that you think that because of your own current financial situation, that every prospect you have in the DM and on sales calls is in the same situation as you, which is just not true. And what ends up happening is that we sell with our wallet. And so if you would never invest in a $10,000 per year, per 6 month, per 1 month coaching program, You would never make that own investment yourself. How could you ever think that anyone's gonna make that with you? You might have a lucky shot or two, but chances are that's gonna dissolve and dwindle very, very quickly. Because what you think, you will end up projecting onto the world and attracting more situations around. So I think that the fastest way, if you've been dry on clients, you have not been attracting the kind of clients that you want in your coaching program, one of the best things that you can do is to ask yourself, am I actively right now paying for a coach? Am I taking my own advice at large? I'm trying to sell coaching. Do I have a coach? When's the last time I invested in coaching or in myself as well? What I find is a lot of my students come my way, they know everything that I teach. Everything that I teach is available in podcast form. I've given it away for free on my YouTube for the last 10 years. On this podcast, just for these last 8 episodes, on my Facebook, in my Leverage Coach group, on my website, whatupjeremy.com. I've given away everything I know for free. But when you make an investment in yourself, that same free knowledge that might be more organized and more packaged in a way that's more digestible, but let's say it's not, you will take those things that you have learned, you don't know them, that you learn, and you will see them as far more important because of that investment that you make. So a lot of students come our way, they make an investment, and I get a text the same day that says, Jeremy, I just landed a client. And they typically haven't even gone through any of the resources that we have, which is icing on the cake. But the fact that they sent out a different broadcast to the universe, that they made an investment in themselves, maybe they went and talked about it, maybe they went and shared with it, maybe that helped them relate with the prospect a little more, what they end up finding, it's the coolest and also one of the craziest things I've ever seen, but I see it time and time again, is that just by making an investment in yourself and joining that coaching program, you're gonna end up attracting other people who also make that same thing. You're also gonna have more situations that are more recent that you can relate with them on. You're gonna be able to share with them what happened when you joined that coaching program. You're gonna be able to tell them how much you just invested in yourself, which I think is also one of the best things you can do when you join a coaching program, is tell the world, is to go and share. If you're comfortable, share what the investment is. If that's impressive to your market, if that makes your market relate with or want to be like you a little bit more, don't hold that to yourself. So whether it's the Get Clients program that I run or another coaching program or another coach that you've been considering, if you don't have a coach right now and you have not been getting clients consistently, or you have sales calls and they're walking away needing to think about it all the time, or they're telling you they don't have the money, or they need to talk with their wife, or they don't have their credit card on them, you're getting BS'd, and you're getting BS'd because you're BSing yourself. You're expecting people to do something that you're not doing actively, and that is creating a world of mess in your online business and a world of mess in your head and in your heart. So you have to stop selling with and thinking with your wallet and assuming that the situation you're in is the situation all your prospects and the rest of the world in. This is the easiest way to only attract people who are in the exact same situation as you. And if your money isn't where you're wanting it, then you're gonna attract people who also don't have the money and have all of these objections. The same objections you would use in a coaching situation or when you're being sold is the same situations you're going to be attracting. So solving them in yourself and taking a different step in action, a course of action, immediately, it's gonna help to dissipate those things. That combined with save just 10%, get the rest of your money to